Upscaler. I personally choose FSR 4, and then I set it to balanced because I need more performance to keep the FPS above 60. If you want to use native resolution, I think you can choose TAA because it gives you more FPS at native resolution compared to the others. Screen effects. As you can see, the lens flare looks pixelated on low and medium settings compared to high and very high. I personally choose high because the lens flare looks smooth and doesn't impact performance too much. View distance. On the low setting, there are objects pop in, so I choose medium to avoid it. Shadow quality. Shadow quality is one of the demanding settings. On the low setting, shadows look worse, and on the high and very high settings, shadows look inconsistent. Therefore, the most suitable choice is medium. Anti-aliasing. In this setting, I didn't find any visual or performance difference between low and very high. Perhaps I was in the wrong spot or the setting itself is broken or bugged. For this setting, I chose medium just to be safe. Texture. In this setting, I only saw a visual difference at the low setting, while I didn't see a visual difference between medium, high, and very high. I personally chose medium just to be safe in case there is a performance drop in other areas. If you have a large amount of VRAM, you might try high or very high. Visual effect. In this setting, I couldn't find a visual difference between low to very high, but there was a slight performance impact when comparing low and very high. So, I personally chose medium just to be safe.
What's that? An explosion?
Foliage. There is a slight performance drop from medium to very high. For this setting, I suggest that if you want to prioritize performance, choose low. And if you want to prioritize visuals, choose very high. I personally chose high because it is the sweet spot between performance and visuals. I didn't choose medium because there is a kind of distracting pop-in movement. Global illumination. This is the most demanding setting in this game. As you can see, low and medium have shimmering. On the other hand, high and very high provide good visuals, but at the cost of a lot of FPS. I personally chose high to avoid the shimmering on the swaying grass, even though it sacrifices a lot of FPS. Reflection. In this setting, I didn't see any significant visual difference between medium, high, and very high. I personally chose the low setting because I need a little bit of performance even though it sacrifices the visuals. For you, I recommend medium because the visuals look the same as high and very high, but with a slight drop in FPS.
The wind.
Crowd density. In this setting, I couldn't find a suitable spot to test it. So, just to be safe, I can only suggest setting it to mediums. Field of view. In some areas, this setting might impact your performance. So, I suggest you just set it to 100 for a balanced experience. Perspective. In this setting, I choose first-person perspective. If you don't like FPP, you can choose third-person perspective, but it sacrifices a little bit of performance.